Hello, welcome back to the channel, and today we'll be doing the first of a few preview videos. This will be the preview video for the Big 12 with my predicted champion, which you can tell by the title is the Utah Utes. Utah had a pretty tough season last year, first time in a long time missing a bowl game, and I really think they're going to bounce back hard this year. Currently on DraftKings, this is the first book that I could pull up on the internet. They are plus 600 to win the Big 12, and they are plus 450 to make the college football playoff. It's be really hard for multiple Big 12 teams to make the playoffs. So if I were you, I would just take the plus 600 because if they're going to make the playoffs, they're going to have to win the division. That's pretty much kind of how it's going to work at the conference, excuse me. But starting off with their schedule, week 1, they are playing at UCLA at 11 p.m. on Fox. It is obviously not the big noon. It could be the big afternoon, big midnight game. They are a touchdown favorite at UCLA. I think that game's going to be a pretty tough game, but overall, I like them in this game. I guess I could probably also mention why I like them so much. The big reason is the transfers they brought in. So they went from Zach Wilson's little brother last year and the corpse of, God, what's that kid's name that was there for a long time? Cam Rising. They had Cam Rising as well. Sorry, the R lads is going a little slow right now. But I know it's Devon Dampier and Wayshawn Parker. Those are the two guys you really got to worry about. Wayshawn Parker is a running back transfer from Wazoo. They also have Devon Dampier, the quarterback who's going to be at Utah this year. I think he's going to be one of the more fun quarterbacks to watch. A super good dual threat. Really helps open up the offense. And you got a quarterback like that that can be able to stretch the plays and get some yards on the ground. So that's very important. I think that's going to be something that everyone's going to have to look for going forward. Now, looking at that schedule, like I mentioned, week 1, they have UCLA. They're a touchdown favorite in that game. Going to have them winning that one. Home against Cal Poly, that's a win. At Wyoming, that should be a win. It'll be a tougher game, but they should be able to make that one a win. They've got Texas Tech at home. Texas Tech, as of recording this a little earlier this afternoon, their starting running back Quentin Joyner went down with an injury, so that'll be an easier game for them. I think that they can pull that one out as well. At West Virginia, by the way, they are a 3.5-point favorite against Texas Tech. At West Virginia, that'll be a tough game for sure. But I think they can go in there and get the win. West Virginia is kind of down a few guys from last season. Don't have a ton of returning production, so I think that they'll be able to get the job done there. Next up is Arizona State. They're a 3-point favorite in this game, which is basically a pick 'em. Arizona State comes in; they're super good. I think that this is a game that they could potentially drop. Really tough to see them going, super winning every game, but Arizona State, definitely one of the better teams in the conference. I believe they're currently the favorite in the Big 12. There's a very, top heavy, I guess you could say, odds in the Big 12. There's like a clump of guys at the top and then a clump at the bottom. But still, like UCLA plus 600, they're one of the top favorites. It's just you don't see the usual, like a Big 10 or something where it's like plus 100, plus 150, and then like a big gap. They have a big group at the top, like 5 or 6 teams, and then after that it drops off. So at BYU, would be a really tough game. Obviously, it's a rivalry game, but BYU does not have their quarterback anymore. He transferred to Tulane after that whole situation there. Home against Colorado. I think Colorado is not going to be very good this season, but with Prime in town, you never know. Caden Salter, battle of 2 really good quarterbacks in this game, but they win that game as well. Home against Cincinnati. Apparently, Cincinnati's not going to be very good this year, but we'll have to see it to believe it. At Baylor, I think this is a loss. I think this Baylor team is a very good team. Baylor's got one of the best quarterback running back duos in the country with Sawyer Robertson and standout sophomore running back Bryson Washington. So that'll be something you have to very much look out for. And I think that's how Baylor could upset them here, even though it's at home in the Big 12, which is kind of a chaotic game. It's fun that the Big 12 is like every game's within touchdown spread-wise, just kind of how it feels. Then the second to last game is Kansas State against Utah. Kansas State comes into town. They're a 1.5-point underdog, which is basically would be saying that they'd be favored at neutral field and the big favorite at home if it was in Manhattan, but it's not. It is in Utah. I think this is another game that Utah could potentially lose. I think the big 3 games would be, I guess 4 really, if you think about it. It'll be Texas Tech, Arizona State, Baylor, and Kansas State. You win 2 of those games, you're 10-2. You're probably in the championship game. I think they win this game. They'll be able to contain, what's the guy's name? the running back, Avery Johnson. Well, not running back, a very running back-ish quarterback, Avery Johnson. And they'll be able to contain him and then play at Kansas as the last game of the season. I think that this is a game that they could win for sure. And that's the reason why I have them doing that. I don't know if they have a win total right now. I'm going to quickly look it up on my phone here to see if they have a very available win total for me to look at, to see if I'm kind of along the same ways here. They are at 7.5 wins. So they're super juiced the over, though. It's 8 wins. I mentioned a bunch of those teams I think they can win. I have them at 10-2 according to this. So that'll be definitely an easy hit for the over for you and me if they're correct. They had 5 wins last year, and they're overall they were 2-7 in the conference. But they had a major upgrade at quarterback, barring an injury there. They should be fine. Wayshawn Parker, again, another good running back. And I think it's an overall one of the best quarterback running back duos in the conference. Obviously, right up there with Baylor, in my opinion. So I could eventually see them playing Baylor in the title game. I think that'll be my prediction. It'll be Baylor versus Utah, and then I think Utah obviously wins the conference based on me projecting it in the video. So the Big 12 is interesting though. You could win this conference at 9-3, 10-2. So that's something to look out for. We could see if they get into the playoff without winning it. That'd be very hard to do. But as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you're really going to take that, I would just take them to win the Big 12, and that would make them obviously an auto bid into the playoff. No longer a auto buy, but they'd be an auto bid. Probably traveling to one of the Big 10 or SEC schools. So that's all I have for this video. I know it's a little bit shorter, but I was just going to do one major conference prediction a day. And that's kind of the one I got right there. I'm sure we'll do more of a breakdown of the BCS podcast coming up shortly. But yeah, that's all I got for now. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.